Last time on Fables of Four. Cross, Phaedra, and Trixie, alongside Qynne, have become acquainted with the alternate party they met near the Pit of the Accursed. However, someone has sabotaged their boat and made it impossible for them to leave. After an encounter with the strange man Tepelsoft, and some cryptic nervousness from the alternate party's wizard Fwylie, Phaedra's old friend Bria is the next to go into the fog, alongside Fwylie. Will they be able to solve this mystery, or will they be trapped in the marsh forever? Let's find out now. There is a long silence as the groups wait for Fwylie and Bria to return. During the wait, Tepelsoft's charm wears off on Cross and Phaedra, as they are reeling from the unpleasant sensation, and Qynne is offering help. Two figures finally emerge from the mist. Bria looks slightly annoyed, mud splattering her boots, and Fwylie looks slightly meek, their shoulders hunched.
Bria!
I'm quite alright. Fwylie was just making matters complicated.
Fwylie shrinks a little more.
Well, can you tell us what it is?
I can summarize it for you, but you're not going to like it.
The group awaits the news.
We're stuck here until the moon reaches its apex. Tepelsoft made sure of that with wards he put under some red pond. He also messed with Fwylie's magic, but based on what they showed me, I might be able to make a counter charm. It'll take me a bit of the day to compose it.
Counter charm? Like music magic? I could help with that.
No, it's fine. You weren't there to see the sigils, so you might end up picking the wrong chords and slowing us down.
Right. I wouldn't want to get in the way.
If there's any way I can help, let me know. I've seen you do stuff like this before.
Yes, we will work diligently and summon you if things go awry. In the meantime, relax. There's no use in worrying ourselves. On that note, Fwylie and I will leave you to it.
Let's.
The day crawls along as the various pairs go about their business. Fwylie and Bria discuss arcane science and music theory near the camp. Phaedra continues to pick through the Pit of the Accursed, asking Raced every now and then if what she'd picked up was a phylactery.
Natural 20.
While they don't seem to find what they are looking for, the two stumble upon items which they can't help but investigate. For Phaedra, not only does she refine the metal with a meat pie on it, but she also finds a sturdy-looking belt that glitters with magic and matches her cloak. Simply touching it fills her with strength. Raced finds a solid black flamberge, beautifully crafted with emerald filigree. They stash the items away for later. Meanwhile, Cross and Esphere guard the camp, teetering between vigilant perimeter checks and in-depth debates on sword techniques. Trixie and Qynne try to fix the boat by hand, but even an entire day of work proves that useless. After an hour, it became more chatting than working anyway. By the time dinner arrives, the groups are well acquainted with one another, and they decide to trade watches during the night, resting up in preparation for Tepelsoft. The two of them do not speak for most of the watch. Phaedra spots a long strand of hair stuck to Bria's left boot and tries to pluck it off. It is stuck fast.
Do you see anything?
No.
Much more silence.
Do you smell that?
Yes. It smells like bad eggs.
That's sulfur. We're a few miles out from Malechador, so that might be wind from the volcanoes.
It smells like it's from people here.
Guess you're right. I've been smelling it off of Fweely, even though they usually wear soap and perfume and stuff.
Could be the swamp.
Marsh, you mean?
Okay.
The rest of the watch is silent. Phaedra, due to her elven nature, only needs 4 hours of sleep, so she is still up and ready to chat when Bria rises for her watch. But Bria seems on edge from the moment she wakes up, as both of them begin to notice the thunder rolling in.
Did you hear that thunder?
Yes,
It could be Teppelsoft.
I do not see anyone.
It amazes me how you elves can see so well in such terrible conditions.
Thank you.
Another rumble of thunder makes Bria shift uncomfortably.
Say, do you think the moon is at its apex now? Should we wake the others?
No.
Right. I'm being paranoid. Could you do a perimeter check and I can keep watch while you're gone? I promise I won't bother you after this.
Okay.
Phaedra picks up her large, bladed anchor and drags it off into the night. Meanwhile, Trixie is having a dream like no other. She is floating in a mirror world, where the ground is one smooth, infinite pane of water, and the sky is a deep, rumbling thunderstorm. When the thunder rumbles, however, she begins to understand it, not one for one, but as if the sounds were charades.
Hello? Are you talking to me? Oh my gosh, wait. Are you?
At the next crack of thunder, Trixie curls into an odd, mid-air bow.
Lord Cord, God of the mighty thunder, thank you for coming to visit your humble servant. I'm deeply sorry I wasn't able to make it to the grand opening tonight, my lord. I swear to you I wanted to. A disaster? What happened?
The clap of thunder makes Trixie's blood run cold and tears prickle her eyes.
I don't understand. How did everyone die? Are you saying I'm the last one left? How? Okay, I see. This is still horrible. How can I help, my lord? I can gather the others. I know, I'll hunt down whoever did this. I'll freaking slaughter them. How will I communicate with you now that you've been crippled? You're literally the only good guy I know.
The next, somewhat embarrassed roll of thunder makes Trixie smirk. Her tail coils excitedly.
A piece of you inside me? Lord Cord, you spoil me so much. Oh, don't worry. I can take it. So go ahead and bestow your power on me, my lord.
Masking is something that we just kind of do. Which mask would it be today?
Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Phaedra, bored and disappointed, is still dragging her anchor through the mud. Then there are 2 or 3 monumental flashes which light up the night air and shoot Phaedra's hair on end. The millisecond after, as the elf is turning and bracing her weapon, a bone-rattling boom of thunder explodes from the sky, and everyone in camp awakens in a commotion. She sprints back to find small flames flickering on the tents and bedrolls, as well as Trixie writhing in agony, her veins glowing white.
She hit me! She hit me with an attack! She tried to blow us all to bits!
Cross is at Trixie's side at once, holding her head in one hand and clasping her wrist in the other.
She's burning up! Does anyone have any water?
Let her burn! What part of she hit me don't you get?
Qynne frantically plays a tune on her fife. The music scatters out, soothing burns and closing split skin. Trixie seems to catch her breath and sense of self.
Oh, gosh. I need to...
Cross helps her sit up.
Trixie, what happened?
What do you mean, what happened? I told you, She zapped me and tried to blow up the camp. Why in the world did you heal her?
Well, I was just sleeping like 10 seconds ago. What the hell are you talking about? Please don't fight.
You zapped me and you know you did. You could have killed us all, you idiot.
Bria's right. I saw the lightning bolt too.
No, you were sleeping.
So you're admitting there was a lightning bolt?
I sent Phaedra on a perimeter check for Templesoft, and in the meantime, Electric Eel over here wakes up and starts blasting people.
Now you're just lying through your teeth, you stupid worm. I just told you I was asleep.
Excuse me? Are you seriously gonna call me?
Yuck, back away. Your breath smells like old people farts. Alright, maybe I can just play us a song to mellow things out.
She's casting a spell. Look out!
In a flurry of motion, Bria, Esphere, Fuyli, and Raced have backed away into a defensive position. Qynne and Phaedra are stunned, and Trixie is gathering her bearings, so Cross leaps out between the two parties, shielding his with his body.
What the heck, bro? Why are you guys being so uncool?
I was gonna ask your permission. I'm sorry.
Weren't you the ones who lied to us earlier? Why should we trust you?
We shouldn't.
Are we just going to glaze over the fact that the tiefling shot me with lightning?
I didn't. Why do you insist on being such a disgusting liar? Please stop fighting. Stay out of this, Phaedra.
Esphere, I understand wanting to help others is your whole thing, but this has gone too far.
What are you saying?
Let's knock them out and take their stuff. Bria and Fuyli can handle the barrier.
Raced, we are not bandits.
Choose your words carefully, bro. You're getting close to the line.
Raced takes a couple of nervous steps back, his tattoos alight with a threatening glow.
Do you want to get your teeth kicked in, punk?
Cross unsheathes, and Raced and Esphere do immediately after.
Cross, put your weapons down. I do not want to fight.
I don't want to fight you either, so let's all just be chill.
Is this another thing for your stupid little degree? Do you understand your tiefling tried to blow up the camp?
Say that again and I'll fry you for real.
Stop threatening my friends!
Raced charges forward, and the parties devolve into a brawl.
It's time to roll initiative.
Oh, crap biscuits! Stop!
Qynne plays a jazzy melody on her flute, melting into Raced's mind and causing it to mellow out. Esphere shakes away the lulling song, anger flaring in her eyes. Bria and Fuyli seem wholly unaffected.
Stand down, Esphere.
He braces himself with his shield, standing wide like a wall between her and his friends.
This fight's not even worth our time. Come on, guys.
Raced sheathes his sword and starts to walk back towards his party.
She's controlling Raced's mind! Attack Qynne!
Esphere rushes Cross, then spins past him, closing on Qynne. Cross tries a party attack but is too late, and the hostile act brings Raced to his senses. The paladin's running thrust slices Qynne's shoulder, causing her to scream out. Guilt washes over Esphere, and she takes a few steps back, slipping on mud.
Their magic's practically ineffective. Bria, shall we debut what we cooked up for Templesoft?
The Hillo Hollow Hex? Very well.
Bria steps towards Cross and strums an unsettling tune on her lute. Something sinister and alien reaches into the boy's mind, but he raises his shield and seems to break its connection.
Lancaster!
The elf springs towards Esphere in an explosion of rage. Flowers and vines burst from her every stomp, carpeting the ground and pulling Esphere into a heavy slash across the armor. Fireworks crackle forth in retaliation, but the elf ducks under most of it. She then lunges and head rams Esphere in the stomach.
Thanks for ruining it, you shrimp.
Trixie twists out a hand, and in the same motion, a gust of cool wind sweeps her back and out of Esphere's reach. Then, a hair-raising blast of lightning lashes out from the night sky, causing Raced to dive away. Trixie blinks, confused at her altered magic.
Cross, take Raced down a peg, if that's possible. Oh, well, that's dreadfully defensive, isn't it? I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that.
Esphere feels a manic laugh bubbling up, but is just barely able to force it down. Cross chuckles and readjusts his stance, a music note swirling to life behind him.
End of the line, bro! Salsa Supreme!
Cross throws himself into a side flip, catching Raced across the chest. He brings his shield around but sees it won't connect. It's too slow. Qynne's music note pops to give the shield an extra push, and its edge clips Raced's nose. Cross lands and follows through with an upward strike Raced wasn't expecting, smashing him hard in the elbow. Raist lets go of his sword, but catches it with the other hand.
I'm ambidextrous, punk.
He flexes, his tattoos glow, and a symbol appears over Cross's heart. He then spins forward with his blade, planting a gash along Cross's knee. Qynne is suddenly behind Cross, making the boy redirect his dodge right into Raist's second attack.
Stand down.
The paladin charges her blade with sparkling flame, then lunges at Phaedra. The elf knocks the attack aside with her anchor, but Esphere follows through with another thrust, stacking opalescent light on top. The magic blasts Phaedra with a dazzling fireworks display, but she holds her ground.
Another Hillo Hollow.
Yes! We are gaining the upper hand!
Bria plays the odd chord again, and this time, Cross feels a psychic hook dip into his mind. There is a ripping agony, and blood trickles from his nose as he suddenly feels like he's forgetting something important.
Success! Qynne?
Hollow.
Qynne flourishes their hands, and then, to everyone's amazement, a carbon copy of Cross comes bounding down from atop the hill.
Call me Double Cross, haha, yeah! Bro, what the heck?
How did you do that?
Yuck. Now there's 2?
3 girls on their team, but you chose him?
Don't worry, bro. I got your back.
Phaedra ignores this, bearing down on her bewildered foe with an unhinged strength. Her first attack slides off of the paladin's shield. She throws all of her hate into the second, which slams so hard into the shield that it bends inward. Esphere's shoulder cracks loudly.
Quit ganging up on him, you freaks!
She thrusts her hands downward in a clawed flex, and the skies unleash a brilliant column of electricity. The very ground shakes, and the resulting thunder engulfs the enemy's hounding Cross. Qynne, Bria, and Double Cross look thoroughly frazzled, while Raist emerges from the explosion bloody and swaying.
Blimey, you guys are bleeding so much. Please, this is enough. Let's have a truce.
Qynne plays a soothing, healing tune that, to his surprise, refreshes Raist a little bit. The unexpected kindness of the gesture drives a psychic twinge into Esphere's mind.
Alright, are we done here?
Cross takes a steadying breath and hefts his shield. His eyes burn with resolve as he stares down his opponents.
Well, you better be glad Esphere's the nice one.
The halfling sheathes his sword and swallows, cradling his elbow.
Good. We are choosing friendship then, yes?
Esphere casts an uneasy look at Phaedra, who is still nearly frothing at the mouth, and then heals herself just in case. Bria walks up to Raist and puts a hand on his shoulder.
How disappointing, Raist. If only you and Esphere were a bit stronger.
It's not like you guys were the ones swinging swords. That kid almost broke my elbow.
She gives him an oddly creepy smile, but doesn't reply, instead heading towards Phaedra. Qynne approaches the halfling next.
To think I was just 2 people away from metamorphosis. If only you'd done more to soften them up for me. If only that damn lightning bolt never hit that girl while I was about to consume her. No matter. Elderhood is still possible if improbable.
What are you even Oh no, Esphere, get out of here!
Qynne smiles and Raist's eyes roll back. Blood spurts from his nose and ears, then the halfling falls to the ground, dead. Esphere and Qynne scream.
What are you doing? It was your teammate, bro!
He was a snack, and a bland one at that. Templesoft was last week's dinner, more usefulness than taste, but that bimbo's memories were quite spicy, however, and the deliciously sweet intellect of this wizard, so creamy with a hint of lemon. Oh, I crave a treat like them again.
Wait, don't tell me! Are you another one of those intellect devourers?
Something emerges from the hill behind them, a tall, bulbous mass of quivering red jelly and contorted faces, reeking of sulfur and acid. 4 whiskers sprout from its base, 3 connected to the heels of Bria, Qynne, and Double Cross. The 4th disappears into the night. The mass slithers over Raist, whose corpse begins to foam brown and dissolve. Esphere faints.
Good guess, but not quite. I'm what is known as an ooblex.
I'm a hyper-intelligent psionic ooze that eats memories to impersonate people. Oh, and I eat their bodies too. Nothing like proteins and calcium to help grow big and strong.
You've run into me a bunch of times already. You and Phaedra actually caught me still digesting the wizard. If she wasn't there, eating you would have been disgusting, but advantageous, and oh so easy.
My sulfur smell and these tendrils always make feeding missions so risky. Honestly, this operation was one of my sloppiest, but your blind trust made it quite forgiving. All I had to do was read your surface thoughts and pretend to know you.
I'm actually quite lucky you all were so foolish. Sure, the halfling was subpar, but now all I need is one more body in its memories and I will grow into an elder Ublex.
I know just the final meal. It's been taunting me since the start.
The red blob slithers towards Trixie, who is still greatly injured from her lightning strike.
You killed Bria?
Phaedra tries to lunge at the blob, but the Ublex Bria steps in the way.
What do you mean? I'm right here, love.
Panic and rage consumes Phaedra, and her axe flies across Bria's body so hard that a sizable chunk of stomach sloughs off. She screams in pain, her face twisted in fear, and Phaedra's second swing is choked with astonishment.
Get away from me, you creep!
Shaken, she calls down another lightning bolt. This one is far weaker than the last, and it sizzles a few inches behind the mass. The wind from her magic carries her backwards, and she staggers directly into Teppelsoft's arms.
Hello, Neutral.
Trixie is not yours!
Qynne plays a jazzy riff on her flute, and the pulsing ooze as well as its impersonations begin moving in slow motion. The music note appears next to Trixie, who mashes Teppelsoft in the face with it.
I won't let you hurt her!
Cross, shield raised, shoves past Fweely and his duplicate. As he is sprinting up to the mass of gelatin faces, he prepares to do a round-off, but his patchy memory can't conjure up the steps.
See? You can't remember?
Let me eat her and I'll give you all your memories back. And more. I promise, Cross.
She's the last one I need. I won't need to hurt Phaedra, you, or anyone else here.
Besides, did you forget how mean she is? She hates us. I'm doing us a favor.
Shut up!
Cross leaps forward and lands on the mass, burying his sword through the ooze's final membranes and into the soggy ground beneath. Bria, Fweely, Teppelsoft, and Double Cross all melt into formless red puddles. Phaedra kneels next to the motionless puddle of red ooze, tears brimming in her eyes. Trixie kneels next to her, her arm around the elf's shoulders.
She's not coming back? No, babe. She isn't.
A tear rolls down Phaedra's cheek as she stares forward in silence. Cross is digging a grave for Raced with a spade he found in the other group's camp. Qynne plays a somber tune on her fife. There is a squelch, and Esphir sits up.
Was that real?
Yes, sadly. I'm very sorry for everything.
Esphir sits in dumbfound silence for a moment.
Cross, stop.
Huh?
Stop digging his grave. I will do that. It is the least I can do.
Cross puts down the spade.
Do you know enchantments?
Don't they enhance your equipment? I think there's one on my sword.
There is one on my shield. Take it.
Are you sure? Don't you need it?
I will not be fighting any longer. This is the third time a group I have been responsible for, group of friends I have fought for, has died. There will not be a fourth.
No way! You can't give up. You're a great fighter, and you have to use your power to protect the weak, no matter how tough it gets. Didn't they teach you that at your academy?
Esphir is silent for a moment, then her composure shatters as she doubles over and sobs. Cross rushes over to console her.
What do you want to do? Let's let everyone compose themselves. Then we'll move camp and spend the night somewhere else. How's that sound, Phaedra?
Phaedra takes off the gold emerald pendant she is wearing and gives it to Trixie.
Didn't Marion give you this? You earned it.
You have it. I don't want to lose you too.
Trixie smiles, tearing up herself and tucks away the item. Phaedra hugs her close.
So, that concludes our 3-episode epic. I hope you enjoyed this style of video. Definitely leave a comment if you did or if you didn't. And I'll see you whenever next time is.
A man in fine clothing and a young woman with a...
I don't like that caster. Caster. Well, maybe it's... whatever, Virgil. Freely your caster. And I... that was a good caster, dang it.
All you want to tell us is... words.
Oh, sorry, but I'm a demon, not a demon. I apologize to my neighbors in advance. Ah! Uwu! Nani? Ara.
Down the hill after her. He rolls over in the red...
We're reading the wrong line.
The other team prepares lunch as Qynne and Qynne.
Ew. What?
How do I ew and...
It would be a fun math puzzle. I keep messing up that line.
Talk about barbecuing has made me famished. A meal is in order. I forgot to mute my computer, so I'm gonna reread that one again.
Lord Cord, God of the Mighty Thunder.
God of the Mighty Thunder.
Now you're just lying through your teeth, you stupid worm. I told you.
Oh, I got a little bit caught up in there.
Let me know if you need any retakes on any of those lines. And as always, hello!